The question has been posed, what does media literacy mean to you? To answer this, I would look at two other forms of literacy first. Literary literacy and technological literacy. Literature has been around since 3200 BC, when Mesopotamia began writing. However, widespread literacy exploded with the invention of the printing press in 1440. This invention brought about the ability for common people to be able to interpret the Bible for themselves, as well as educate themselves at a higher level. Before this invention, priests were really the only ones interpreting anything for people, so they could put their own spins on whatever they wanted in order to control those dependent subjects around them. The freedom gained by the individual was very important to the growth of education, which in turn helped the growth of technology. But while technology grew until a boom after the Industrial Revolution, a lot of people relied on other sources to handle their technological needs. In fact, due to the nature of technology in today's world, a lot of people still struggle with technological literacy. Just today, I had two different friends call or text me asking me questions about their internet speeds. But while these questions were common knowledge from my end, they were untouched waters for my two friends. Their illiteracy in technology had handcuffed them and made them reliant on others to decipher the language of technology. So in the same way that the last two examples show what literacy means for those, media literacy has now become a very important aspect of society. However, the importance of this aspect of society is fairly fresh, and hence, literacy in this arena is not as prevalent. Media has grown so much in the last 10 years that it is a part of our daily lives. Everyone has phones in their hands, and with them all connected to the internet, media is in our pocket nearly every minute of the day. But ask someone to traverse that media or interact with it past just the basic functionality of it, and they may stumble on that. For instance, in our class this semester, we have learned a host of skills to be more literate. Taking screenshots, saving a PDF, shortening URLs, saving items in different file formats, as well as evaluating websites for their value, are all things that we have covered in this class. And while a lot of these are known to people, I think more people than one would expect are not able to complete many of these tasks. Or at the very least, they may struggle and not be proficient. This struggling inefficiency is much like someone stuttering through a sentence, unable to actually read it. Now, to explain what literacy means in media, I'll look at the struggles that illiteracy causes as compared to the other two examples I provided. Within literature, those who could not read could not think for themselves. They were reliant on others to interpret something that was so important to them. On the other side, media literacy leaves an individual reliant on others in order to function in a media-rich society. So they are unable to do things like website evaluation. Recently, in the post-election world we are now in, the subject of people believing everything they read on Facebook has sprung up. The number of times I saw fake news posted as credible news was jaw-dropping. It was the media illiterate sharing illiterate ideas and ideals. And on the same token, the technologically illiterate also relied on others to handle what would become and still become second nature and an essential skill in today's world. 10 to 20 years ago, people weren't able to answer many questions without first-hand knowledge of an expert, or they would simply make things up. Now anyone knows how to Google a question and come to its conclusion very quickly with sources. But as with the last example, the ability to evaluate the information that is coming in is greatly important. So after all of this talk and all of these examples, what media literacy means to me can be broken down into one word: freedom. The freedom to handle tasks that make you a more efficient and valuable member in society, the freedom to be a responsible consumer of information, and the freedom to be independent and not rely so heavily on others to function. This freedom is more important than I think is stressed in today's society, but it's a freedom that I think this class has given to the many people who have passed through it and understood its importance.
Evening.
Evening.
May I ring that up for you?
Yes, please.
Have a good evening.
Repeat after me. I.
A.
B. And C.
C.
A, B, C, D,
E, F, G.
Not good. Not good.
Just the sounds that words make.
Cat. Dog.
Calamari. Yeah.
Trash. On the beach.
Oh, good, good.
Farm. Fresh. My son and I mowed the grass.
A gold star. Unbelievable. Dad.
Hey, Tubbs. I read your
Media.
You read my...
Media.